People always like a unification title fight, including myself, and we got one. CFFC 133. We are unifying that lightweight belt, and with me today, your interim champion, Morquez Forest. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. And I was just saying before we started, in Tampa, not up here in the Northeast, so can't come watch you, but that's closer to home for you. So, how many people we have in the support?
Oh man, I mean, it's gonna be full of people that supported me. The crazy thing is that it's so many people that I know that's fighting as well. So I have their support plus the people that supporting them. So it's just gonna be a huge, huge opportunity and just so much support.
I was talking to Anthony Gracio earlier, and
That's my dog.
yeah. He was shouting you out. He said he sold 100 tickets himself. So it's gonna get loud in there, especially
Oh
for that
yeah,
main event, dude.
oh yeah, and that's the thing too, right? Like when you have so many people on the same card, we know people, we know the same people. So I can try to sell a ticket to this person, but Anthony probably already sold it to him. But they still coming out to support both of us. So it's gonna be a fun night.
And Anthony said you actually got him on the card for his CFFC debut. So what happened there?
I just used my championship status and I was letting them know, man, hey, I got a heavyweight that wants to showcase his skills, and Aries being the person that he is, he wants to see great fights as well, so he made it happen.
And I mean, just tell me about you. I talked to him earlier. I got his perspective, but I'd love to hear your perspective of how training has been with multiple people on the same card at home, so to speak. Like, does that raise the level of intensity of camp?
So the level of intensity is always going higher. I did change things a little bit. My work schedule changed a bit, so I've been focused at one gym versus cross training a lot. But the gym I'm at now, I'm with a great coach, man. Coach Ross has been strict on me. He's brought in different guys as well. I mean, this camp has I haven't traveled this much, but this camp is probably the most brutal camp that I've been through. And I mean, I've been through some brutal camps, but this one right here, the stuff that he's put me through, I'm very excited to showcase my skills for sure.
So, like, what are some names? Who you've been working with mainly?
It's not really most I'm not gonna say the names, it's more of the people that have better gas tanks than me. So in
Oof,
terms of yeah,
it's
so
not a fun
guys
training
that don't know
partner.
how to stop, right, exactly. Guys that don't know how to stop, guys that keep pushing, you're tired, and then next thing you know, you're in a freaking wrestling match right now. So it's pushing me to, to go past my, let's say if it was 4 rounds, 5 rounds, it's pushing past that. Okay, you're tired. You just went 5 rounds. Now we're bringing in a fresh guy. Now you got to go with a fresh guy for another 3 minutes. So just like that style that he's created for me, I've never been through this. So it's been different, but I know it's going to help.
The Shark Tank. That's what they call that, right?
Oh, I would say this is above a shark.
Oh man, that's no fun. But hey, I mean, championship level, I guess that's what you need. And clearly it's paying off. So, like, how important is that to you? I talked about unification. Like, do you really like consider this fight like you're not the champion until you win the belt? Or like did you take value and pride away from the interim belt? Like, what are your thoughts on all this?
So I've been saying I don't really like the whole interim thing. So I want to go out there and win and unify this so I can actually go out there and say I'm champ. I still say I'm champion, but there's still an asterisk.
Sure.
So I have a point to prove, and it's great that I'm fighting someone like him because I feel like he has that experience, man, and I'm always trying to get better and I want to fight the best guys, and that's what I'm going to continue to do.
Robert Watley, champion, taking him on. I talked to him a couple days ago, and he had nothing but nice things to say. Very respectful guy. Looking forward to the matchup, and he didn't hide it. He said this is a very hard fight. He says you're a very well-rounded fighter, and he's excited for the match because of those prospects. So, how do you feel about Robert? How do you feel about this fight overall?
I can say similar, man. I've had my interviews as well. He's like I said, he's most experienced. He's a freestyle. He seems more freestyle, but very all around individual as a fighter. I like fighting guys like him though because one, it's in the cage, we're fighters, like it's competition at the end of the day. And like I said, I want to fight the best guys, and I feel like he's just that next level that I'm trying to get to. Uh, and he seems like a great individual, but when we get in there, we have to do what we have to do.
I mean, he's someone who's been with the big promotions. So
Hmm.
a win like this, capturing that unifying belt, that is a big one for your career, a big peg up, so to speak. So, like, with a win like that and all that momentum, how do you treat that the rest of the year? Do you have any idea of what the plans are?
I'm gonna continue to do what I do. I'm definitely gonna take it day by day. But I feel like there will be calls, a lot of calls being made after this for sure.
And when you're, like you just mentioned, you're getting all these interviews. I see you all over the place, just myself and other media members talking about champions. It's always Morquez Forest is up there at the top, like a lot of hype. So, do you enjoy that? Like, and do you enjoy, I guess, Cage Fury too, getting more attention? Like, I feel like it's kind of prepping you for that next level when media is just down your throat.
I will say I'm so mellow. Like I didn't mind like not like like just being under the radar, but at the same time, I know what I need to do for people to know who I am. So I kind of felt like I had a chip on my shoulder because they released like, UFC Fight Pass released their top prospects and I wasn't on there. So I held that, and I wanted to prove something. So if this is what comes with it, then I don't mind, people being like, oh, oh, that's Black Clover or whatever, I don't mind that. And man, to do it on CFFC, which is like the biggest stage right now. So I can't I only can be happy. I'm blessed.
Great nickname, Black Clover. Yourself, along with Max Quinones, fellow CFFC fighter flyweight, have probably the coolest hair heading into fights, right? Max always does the crazy stuff. You had the clover last time, so you don't have to give me any, spoilers, but can we expect another fun hairdo?
Absolutely. Actually, it's funny that you say that. Me and Max, we're trying to we're in competition. Let's just say that. We're gonna see whose barber does it better. So I got something planned and hopefully it comes out the right way. It's gonna be a little different, but it's definitely gonna be like it's gonna get your attention.
I don't remember Max's barber's name, but he's a good guy. I follow him on Instagram. Who's your barber? Give him the shout out.
Mark, my barber's Mark out in Brandon. Yeah,
Something about those Florida barbers, huh? They're just next level.
yeah. Oh man, it's they take their skills to a different level, man. They have fun with it. They love it. It's an entertainment for them.
I mean, hey man, hair is cool. Like when people could do it right, yourself, Max, other guys too, it's cool. It adds like another element, and fans, I don't know, they love that shit. I love that
Oh
shit.
yeah.
So
Oh
it's
yeah.
cool, man. And last time out, Rob Varicchio, not an easy opponent at all. There was some talk at the press conference, and you guys, it was a hyped up fight, a high level fight. The way you caught him, I haven't talked to you really since. Just faking yourself being rocked a little bit, coming back, finishing the fight, like was that something you ever anticipated? I'm sure you don't necessarily train that in the gym, but or was that just totally on the fly? Like, fuck it, let me try this.
So funny thing is I actually trained it in the gym.
Do you
It's something
really?
I train. Yeah, because we have a lot I deal with a lot of aggressive guys in the gym because I'm also aggressive. So we try to see, who pushes the pace. So I trained it in the gym and you know, I have to set it up, and the setup was just so good. Like I had to rewatch it to see because it happened so quick that I forgot that that's what made him fall on his butt. I did it in another fight as well, and against Nick at 170. We fought at 175. I did it against him as well. So playing possum is it's something that I do and I do train it. I just didn't expect it to work as well as it did against Robert. So but hey, when you in that cage, man, you put everything together, and that's what I did, and that's what I want to continue to do.
And I asked Watley about this, and I said, like, how do you prepare for that? Do you prepare for that? And he actually said, yeah, he's preparing for potential, some shenanigans, for lack of better words, in there. So, like, he's aware of the style and he gave you a lot of respect towards it. So I guess the question is now like, what kind of fight do you think this is going to be? Like, what kind of fight can the fans expect? This is, in my opinion, the most high level fight on the docket right now for CFFC for the rest of the year. So, what's going to go down? I don't need a prediction, but like, how does it play out, so to speak?
I think that is going to be a very technical fight, from striking to wrestling. I think it's going to be a very technical fight. I do believe that it's going to be one of those fights where we're going to have to see who has that dog in them, like who has the most dog. I don't see this being one of those uh who outpoints who. Like this is going to be one of those fights where we're both going to push the pressure. We're both going to be landing. Probably both get some takedowns. So I just feel like this is that fight where, if do I got more dog in me or do you got more dog in you? That's it.
And those are the fights that end up being fight of the night. So,
Oh
ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen, keep the eyes
Oh yeah.
peeled on this one. And Marquez, like, I like to do this when fighters I don't know. You've been watching the sport long enough. You kind of just see how things go. Like fighters, eventually you get to a point where it's like, all right, they're on the cusp, right? Like Fatima Klein just went to the UFC. Kyle Dawkins, I would think's next man up. I think you're right on that list here, especially with a big win. I don't see how people really keep not necessarily denying you, but I think you're on that attention. I think you're on that list for UFC Fight Pass. So sell yourself for a minute. I'm not, saying to brag and beg, but let's say Dana White's watching this. Let's say promoters are watching this. Anybody's watching this. Like, why do you belong there? Like, tell me, hype yourself up for a sec.
Hey man, I'm the next up and coming talent, man. I have something that other guys don't. I have that work ethic. I go out there over the road, do my 48 plus hours, come back the next day for training. Uh what you see is what you get. The same person that's here is the same person you get in the cage. And I'm constantly improving. I started my MMA career uh I'm not going to say late. I started my MMA career at the right time. I'm in my prime. DC started actually fighting in his 30s and he became a legend of the sport. So I just need my opportunity. Let's go.
I love it, dude. And Black Clover, before I get you out of here, you got fans everywhere. A lot of people going to be in the seats cheering. Anything you'd like to say to everybody ahead of the big title fight? If so, Mike is yours.
Hey, let's go, Tampa. You already know we finna put on the show. Gonna continue to put on the show. All my sponsors, come out, support, and I appreciate you guys continuing to support me. I have a lot of sponsors. Led by No Man. Thank you, Joey, for continuing to support me. Team Reaper, Warriors Lab, Clientele. Um, Man, I have so many. You guys know who you are. Thank you for continuing to support.
You start listing them, it just gets hard, man.
Yeah, I know it's so, bro. It's
And
mayhem
and
wrestling as well.
you
Yeah.
regional fighters also, this is just off the cut. I feel like you guys get a lot of love from sponsors, especially local, smaller sponsors. Like it means a lot. It's cool. So I love that you guys take the time to thank them every time and appreciate your sponsors. And if you're watching this, people, sponsor fighters. They need the help
Yes,
and they
sir.
deserve
Let's
it.
go.
But
Let's
regardless,
go.
CFFC 133. A week from today, it's fight week, in my opinion, then. Morquez Forest, thank you so much, my man. Best of luck. Wish I was going to be there, but kick some ass. All right, dude?
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for
Yeah,
having
yeah.
me.